All right, so here we are again, and as promised, we are going to add them together and check our answers. But there I am again. Okay, anyway, first step, most important step is making sure what? Oh my gosh, you guys are geniuses. You got it. Making sure the decimals are in line. So I'm going to make these big fat decimals so you can see them. Those little dots might not be obvious enough. Okay, and I've got them all lined up really nice and neat. And if I want to check if they're lined up, I could kind of put a piece of paper or a box over this side, make sure that they're lined up. Very good, lined up. Okay, nice. And we have all of our tenths right there. So while we're doing this, can you tell which is the largest number of these decimals that start with 2 and 3/10? At this point, you cannot, can you? But if I move it over a little more, look what I see. I see that I have a 5 here. So what I would do if I was the student is I would go and I would put a little note that, this one is number 1, the greatest, or something like that. Another thing, I would just draw like a G and say, oh, that's the greatest, don't forget. Another thing you can do is you can fill in any spaces that have no numbers. So I can go ahead and come over here and I can fill in zeros where there are missing numbers. Because why? Because I can add zeros all day long and it's not going to change the value, right? So now they all have the same number of digits, really easy to add up. And again, if I needed to compare them, let me bring this to the front. Okay. All equal here, then I see this is the greatest. Can you tell which is least? At this point, you cannot tell which is least. But if I scoot it over here, I can tell which is least. I have a tie for least, this one and this one. And then this would be second greatest, and this would be the very greatest. Okay, but anyway, that was not what we were doing. We were supposed to be adding these up. And just a reminder, when we sorry, wrong one. When we add things up, we always start at the far right. So we're going to start over here. So I have 7 and 1. That makes ocho, or 8 for you English speakers. There's 5. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Go ahead and put that 1 over here. And what do you think I bring down here? That's right. I bring down the ever so important decimal. Make it a big one. Make it count. Make that thing seen from space. And then my whole numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 1 is 9. So hopefully you got 9 and 258 thousandths. If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations, you did an excellent job. And the next thing we'll talk about is subtracting decimals.